It's really important that we provide training and consultancy to organisations, because I think the greatest number of children beyond education are involved in sport and physical activity, so really large numbers of children are engaged in it. Hitting those numbers and making sure, of course, they have a right to be safe and free from harm.
We've got a lot of experience of delivering to the sports sector. We've been working with national governing bodies of sport for over 20 years. So over that time, we've got a vast amount of experience in the safeguarding in sport world. We are the sector leaders in terms of driving change, supporting organisations with policies and procedures, and how that links into what government's telling us. Okay, so we can deliver a range of training. That could be basic training for those new to safeguarding or new to a safeguarding role, but then we can deliver some more specialist training as well to perhaps designated safeguarding leads within a sport environment, and go that one step further as well to deliver some bespoke stuff.
We can offer training for every role in an organisation, from the board right through to people who are actually delivering activities on the ground, or in fact for those that don't regularly see children, young people, but need a basic awareness. So training for when people are actually at an event, should concerns arise, but also about what things you should have in place to mitigate safeguarding concerns beforehand. And so we've delivered to people who are coordinating volunteers, on start lines for races, dealing with crowds, security teams. We've delivered some basic training, and sometimes the training can be in the form of more informal briefings. Sometimes it can be training to develop them on how they communicate with their partners. So they're working with caterers, cleaners, stakeholders at these organisations. We support them with what kind of messages do you need to get to those other people involved in your event that might sit outside your organisation, but you need to have a safeguarding influence on their practice.
It can be a variety, can be dependent on their needs really. So that would be the starting point. So it can be we can do basic safeguarding awareness training for their staff members, or we can do board members safeguarding training so that they're aware of their safeguarding responsibilities. We can do quite general, and also we can do sort of bespoke specialist training.
We also go to international events where we're a presence on the ground. If anybody needs us, we're there 24/7 as well. We're happy to help at any time of the day, and if any safeguarding leads are there, we'll help and support them.
We can deliver training to a range of size organisation, really small independent organisations and physical activity providers, right through to really large professional sports clubs or national governing bodies who might want something bespoke, tailored for them.
We can offer training. We've talked to organisations in other training about drop-in events, things on public parks and open spaces. So all the way through from that, right through, like I say, to international events where you've got those extra safeguarding requirements of taking young people abroad, overnight stays and all that comes with that. So a really wide spectrum.
We can offer a range of consultancy services to the sports organisations that we work with. That could be helping to develop or update a policy or procedure, or help to write some guidance for that organisation that they might want about a particular area.
We've also done assessments with organisations about what have they got in place in terms of safeguarding at the different levels that meet safeguarding requirements and legislation. And I think one of the key things we do is, although obviously we steer and we advise and guide, our training and our consultancy supports organisations to self-reflect actually on what they do.
The organisations that we've worked with, I think the impact has very much been, we've seen that progression, that identification of where things need to be changed or improved or developed. We've been able to go in and support the development of the policies, but through training then we've seen that sort of actual change in how people operate and how they facilitate the organisation to move forward.
I think one of the things that does set us apart from other organisations is we ask the customer, in terms of training in particular, how do you want that training delivered? And obviously now there's a variety of platforms and ways of doing it, and a lot of organisations do want face-to-face delivery. because they want people to be in the same room together and really fully engaged together rather than on a screen. We're happy to do virtual, we do a lot of virtual training, but we do a lot of face-to-face training, and we've gone back to organisations several times, repeat visits, because they've wanted to keep going back and they want that face-to-face environment.
It's been really rewarding doing the job we're currently doing. The impact has been exceptional to see. We go back to organisations more or less a year on, and it's been really heartwarming to see the progression they've made within their team. Their safeguarding has become more robust as a result of that, and they seem more confident within their job roles.